What's going on, Socialites? Welcome back to another Global Pokemon Society Draft League battle. It's week 4 of Season 4. Halfway through the season, we got the Charm City Charizards, currently undefeated, 3-0, taking on the Pittsburgh Polteageist, one of the new teams who has been doing very well, currently 2-1 in the league. Let's see what they are bringing today for their teams. Charm City bringing Urshifu-Rapid Strike, Dragonite, Clefable, Aggron for the first time this season, Tauros, and Togetic. Pittsburgh on the other side bringing Urshifu-Single Strike, so we got the Battle of the Urshifus here, Whimsicott, Polteageist, GMAX Duraludon, Corviknight, and Gardevoir, their free agent pickup this week, who I'm sure will be doing a lot against that Urshifu. So it seems like they really wanted the steel types. We do have a couple fairy types on the other side, but that does make it scary against Urshifu. Let's see what the teams decide to lead off with here. Dragonite and Tauros have been Charm City's main Dynamax Pokemon. As for Pittsburgh, they've kind of spiced up a bit each week, but last week we did see a lot of Duraludon. Focus Sash on Charm City's Urshifu this week, so they're not going for a Choice Scarf this time. Let's see, Aggron as well with an air balloon. Interesting. For ground type attacks, I don't think there's anything that would have that. So we'll have to see if that comes into play at all. Alright, game 1 underway. See, Anthony and the Polteageist send out Whimsicott Duraludon. Strong lead. Whimsicott always a scary support Pokemon. Dragonite. Looks like it'll be the Dynamax option, trying to get a Airstream off into the Whimsicott. And Aggron going for an Earthquake here. Alright, there's Charm City Dynamaxing Dragonite. We'll have to see if a Tailwind and Max Depletion comes out. Will that be enough to take out Dragonite? I believe that this Dragonite does have Marvel Scale, so it might be able to survive one hit. Alright, here's the Dynamax on the GMAX Duraludon. Dragons versus Dragons. Let's see. Here's the Tailwind. Oh, Steel Spike comes out into Dragonite. Probably expecting the Marvel Scale, so just wanted to get some damage and increase the defense so that Duraludon could take these hits. Airstream bringing Whimsicott down to Sash. But the Earthquake will be able to finish it off. Look at that, against the Duraludon, barely any damage. Dragonite with a +1 now. Duraludon should still outspeed it, I believe, with the Tailwind. Dragonite not the fastest. Polteageist comes out. Dragonite thinking, what options does it want? Oh, so could the air balloon be so that your own earthquakes don't hit you? That could be interesting. Looks like Aggron going for the heavy slam. Oh, Will-O-Wisp comes out onto Aggron. That's going to be huge. Here comes the Flare. Good damage on Polteageist. Interesting. And Dragonite outspeeds here, but now we're going to see the depletion come out. That's going to take out Dragonite. I wonder if knowing that, if a Max Quake would have been a better option. Here comes the Heavy Slam. Will it be enough to take out Polteageist? It is. That Aggron just sat its fat ass on that teacup. Aggron really crippled, though, with that burn. Corviknight comes out. And Urshifu. Urshifu going with Surging Strikes. It looks like they're just ignoring the Duraludon here. Not worried about it at all. Corviknight goes for Bulk Up. Probably expecting attacks into the Duraludon here. They're probably so used to it being Scarf. Not expecting this Focus Sash. Also, this is a very fast Corviknight. Either that or a very slow Duraludon. You see how little those Surging Strikes are doing to the Corviknight, even with the critical hits. Fire Punch. Corviknight soaks that up. Oh, but it gets a burn. That's a lucky burn for Aggron. And negate that leftovers recovery. Stop any damage output that Corviknight could be looking to do. Duraludon. Gigantamax is over. Really trying to focus on anything not named Duraludon in this game. Urshifu protects. Corviknight goes for Roost. Duraludon Thunderbolt. Blocked by the Urshifu. Body Press comes out. How much will this do? Not affected by the burn. That's good damage. Oh, that was a crit. No wonder it was such good damage. Aggron, though, able to keep that Corviknight below half health. The Tailwind is over, so now Urshifu will be able to get a very strong attack off here on the Duraludon. I think Body Press is still your best option, as it's not affected by the burn. Let's see here. Urshifu with the close combat. Takes out Duraludon. Now is Aggron going to be able to take out the Corviknight here? No, Corviknight goes for another roost. Body Press, how much will this do? Not a lot. Corviknight's going to be facing down a 2 versus 1, however. It is lucky, though, that it's facing a couple physical attackers. This could be a long series, though. Iron Head into the Urshifu, finishes it off. Will Aggron be able to take out Corviknight here? Body Press. No, not enough. Corviknight's going to be able to roost again. Can Corviknight pull it back here? Clefable comes out. I do see a Mystical Fire on that Clefable. Oh, a Flamethrower, excuse me. Corviknight goes for another roost. He might not be expecting this Flamethrower on the Clefable. Aggron with the Fire Punch. Not a lot of damage. Clefable with the Flamethrower. Let's see how much this does. Oh. I wonder if Body Press would have been enough to pick up that KO. Alright, he's going back with the Body Press. Let's see what Corviknight goes for. It goes for the Iron Head. Not enough against Clefable, and that's going to activate its Key Berry. Body Press, this should be enough. Yes, takes out Corviknight. Corviknight did its best. Charm City takes game 1. Very close match. A lot of back and forth there. Charm City able to stall out Pittsburgh's Tailwind long enough. And then, even though Corviknight seemed nigh unkillable, it couldn't take down a 3v1. Let's see if Pittsburgh comes back with a different strategy here. The Will-O-Wisp on Aggron was really key, so I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Polteageist comes back. I think that, like, you see all the physical attackers that Charm City has. Will-O-Wisp is going to play a big part if you can get those reliable burns. We know the Focus Sash is on Whimsicott, however, so you can only really guarantee one burn getting off. But, I mean, you saw how much that crippled the Aggron there in the late game. So we'll have to see if he goes with the same strategy. Charm City's switching it up a bit, going with Tauros instead of Dragonite. same lead from Pittsburgh. He doesn't really have anything to punish this Duraludon here. Will Tauros be able to survive with its Assault Vest? Oh, he switches out Duraludon into Corviknight. A great read. That's going to really punish Charm City. He will get the Anger point off, so it just all depends what Tauros can do after this turn and what Whimsicott goes for here. Will he take the Tailwind, or will he try to set up maybe fake Tears and then go for Tailwind next turn? Okay, he does go for Tailwind this turn. Quake, blocked by the Corviknight, and here come the Surging Strikes. So without that Scarf, you actually see that the Surging Strikes come out after Tauros attacks. So it is something that Charm City has to think about. He's not going to get that max boost right away. Whimsicott with the Helping Hand. What's Corviknight going for? Brave Bird into Tauros. Big damage. And the Lightning comes out onto the Corviknight. That's enough to KO. Why wouldn't it be? It's max attack Tauros. Urshifu with the Poison Jab. This will bring Whimsicott down to Sash. Here comes Duraludon. He still has a few turns of the Tailwind still up. Really close combat into Whimsicott. Don't really agree with that. You're kind of just weakening yourself for no reason. Whimsicott might be going for a Moonblast here onto the Urshifu to break that Sash. Yep, Whimsicott with the Moonblast. Big damage on Urshifu. Steel Spike. This should be enough to take out Tauros. Tauros goes down. Huge explosion. Urshifu will be able to take out Whimsicott here. For stuff like this, I like having Aqua Jet on Urshifu, but I know he probably really wanted Poison Jab so that he could hit that Whimsicott. And against this Gardevoir as well. Yep, as we see the Gardevoir come out now. He has Protect on the Urshifu, right? So this would be a good position for the Protect. Now it looks like he's trying to attack into the Duraludon. I think this might be a Dazzling Gleam from Gardevoir, though. We'll have to see. Gardevoir with Expanding Force, actually. Takes out Urshifu. And the Steel Spike How much will this do against Aggron? Oh! Takes him down to sturdy. Heavy Slam. Will this be enough to take out Gardevoir? Brings Gardevoir down to its sturdy due to the trace ability. Okay, the Tailwind has petered out. But I don't think Charm City has enough in the tank this game to turn it around. No Protect on the Aggron. Interesting. I think Moonblast would have been better there. Expanding Force takes out Aggron, and this should be a Steel Spike into the Clefairy. Will it be enough? It is. Takes out Clefairy. And with that, Pittsburgh ties it up here. 1 game apiece. Pittsburgh definitely getting a lot more out of their Dynamaxes than Charm City is. You see they've been able to get all 3 turns out of their Dynamaxes, while Charm City's only gone 1 or even 2 turns. Charm City was able to claw back in that first game despite that, but didn't pan out for them in the second game. We'll have to see if they can make some adjustments here. Without a way to stop that Tailwind, though, Pittsburgh is always going to have that speed advantage. I think Togetic learns Tailwind. I wouldn't be surprised if in certain matchups you could set it up with that. Like Protect with something first turn and, you know, Tailwind with Togetic. It is usually bulky enough to survive like a couple hits, depending. Alright, Tauros Urshifu and Urshifu Whimsicott. So Pittsburgh bringing Urshifu, so we do get the Urshifu matchup. Tauros Dynamaxing. No Dynamax this time from Pittsburgh. They go for the Tailwind. Urshifu goes for close combat. Ooh, Tauros barely survives. Steel Spike, that's gonna go into Urshifu. Interesting. Not sure on that one. Because we know that the Sash is on Whimsicott, so I'm pretty sure a close combat from your own Urshifu would have KO'd. The Steel Spike would have probably brought Whimsicott down to Sash. But again, we don't have priority, so how much does that matter to us? Duraludon comes back out with the Tailwind up. Could be a repeat of the second game here. Would Duraludon ignore Tauros here and let Whimsicott get the Moonblast off? The Whimsicott goes for the Moonblast. Looks like it's going to Urshifu, however. Brings it down to Sash. So that must have been a low damage roll the first game. Or the second game, excuse me. Because Urshifu survived with 14. Steel Spike, though, going to take out Tauros. So again, Charm City finds himself on the back foot against Pittsburgh with their Dynamax. Close combat does some good damage, but still going to need a lot of help to catch back up here. It's going to be really hard to stall out this Tailwind without Protect and without priority moves here. Whimsicott with the Moonblast finishes off Urshifu. Steel Spike. We saw this went down to Sturdy last time. Does the same. Aggron, not known for its special bulk. Aggron with the Earthquake. No damage. Dragonite, the last Pokemon for Charm City. That body press on Dragonite, that's interesting. Moonblast finishes off Aggron. This could be a depletion into Dragonite. Oh no, another Steel Spike. Oof. I think depletion would have done it. Dragonite with the body press. The defense too high now for Duraludon. The Tailwind finally peters out. Dragonite falls to this final Moonblast. Whimsicott murdering fools. Going Majora's Mask on Charm City's ass. And with that, Pittsburgh hands Charm City their first loss of the season. This could be a rivalry in the making. Maybe they'll see each other again in the playoffs. Thanks for watching, everybody, and as always, stay classy, society.